But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou her maid art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady, oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were, she speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses, I will answer it. I am too bold, 'tis not to me she speaks. Having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as daylight doth a lamp. Her eye in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright, that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father's name, refuse thy name. If thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I will no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
It is but thy name, that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, thou not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose, by any other word would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee by thy hand. Call me but love, and I'll be nude baptized. Henceforth I will never be Romeo.
What man art thou, that thus bescreened by night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair maid, if neither thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee.
With love's light wings did I overperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do that dares love attempt? Therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity. Go.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes, and but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate, than death procured wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundest out this place?
By love, that first did prompt me to inquire. He let me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet were it as far as the verse sea, washed with the furthest sea, I would adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek, for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell on form, fain deny what I have spoke. A farewell compliment Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say, Ay, and I will take thy word. Yet, if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. At lovers' perjuries, they say Jove laughs. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkst I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be persevere, and say thee nay. So thou wilt woo, but else not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayest think my behavior light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more cloying to their strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess. But that's thou overheard, here I was where. My true love's passion, therefore pardon me, and not impulse, this yielding to light love, which the dark night had so discovered.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
In my heart's dear love.
Well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, and too sudden. Too like the lightning which doth cease to be ere one can say it lightens. Sweet good night. This bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night, as sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Oh, would thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight? I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
Winced without draw it. For what purpose, love?
But to be frank, and give it thee again, and yet I wish, but for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.
Juliet!
I hear some noise from within. Dear, I do. Anon, good nurse. Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a while, and I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night, I am afeard. Being in night, all this is but a dream. Too flattering, sweet to be sustainable.
Three words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow, by one that I'll procure to come to thee. Where and what time thou wilt perform the rite, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madame!
I come anon, but if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee.
Madame!
By and by I come, to create thy strife and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow I will send.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night. Hist, Romeo, hist. Oh, for a falconer's voice, to lure this tassel gentle back again. Bondage is hoarse, and may not speak aloud, else I would hear. I tear the cave where echo lies, and make her airy, tongue more hoarse than mine. Repetition of my Romeo.
It is my soul that calls upon my name. How silver sweet sound lovers' tongues by night, like softness music to attending ears.
Romeo,
My Nias,
what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
by the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Twas 20 year till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remember it.
I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
and I'll still stay, to have the still forget, forgetting any other home but this.
Yet no further than a did you stop? 'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone, and yet no further than a wanton's bird. Then lets it hop a little from his hand, like a poor prisoner in his twisted gyves, and with a silken thread plucks it again, so loving jealousy of his liberty.
I would I were thy bird.
Sweet, so would I. Yet I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast, would I were sleep and peace, so sweet to rest. Hence will to my ghostly friar's close cell his help to crave, and my dear hap to tell.